I'm Rachel Colomb, and this is Just Saying. I'm here to tell you there's some good news on the horizon. A lot of people think there's nothing that they can do to make a difference in the world. They feel that the world is something that happens to them based on powerful elites, sort of the echelons of the uppermost of society with power and control, and that life simply happens to them. And this is an idea that is propagated by both independent and mainstream media channels. Social media, news, all sorts of places propagate the idea that you're basically stuffed. There's nothing you can do. A lot of people talk about this with concern. Oh, this is what's happening. But they leave people feeling depressed, down, blue, they don't offer solutions. They don't offer assistance into how you can change things to make the world a better place. Well, I'm here to tell you there are many things you can actually do. You see, when one person believes, if I change the way I behave, I can change the world. Two people can believe, if I change the way I behave, I can change the world. Three people, four people, five people, 10 people, 20 people, millions of people, billions of people. We need to empower ourselves with our true worth. We're all vital. We are all here. We all have a say. And as long as we sit by and say, oh, there's nothing I can do to change the world, we become consenting partners to the changes from up high that aren't the best for us necessarily. So, what do we do? Well, you need to search out things. You need to search out groups. You need to search out information. You need to change everything that you focus on. If you're focusing on a lot of media that is about, oh my gosh, can you believe this? Oh no, we're truly bleak now, all this kind of stuff, this is not helping you. True, some of these places can be places to find information that is valuable in a way, but it doesn't help you navigate the world to better ends. So what can you do? Well, there are plenty of things out there. There's in Australia, there's the Reunite Democracy Australia. I'm going to leave a link in the description. Now, a lot of the steps, they've got a walkout program. There's 10 steps so far. A lot of these steps are applicable anywhere you are in the world. You can apply them. And if enough people apply these steps, things will change. And certain agendas that are coming in with social credit scores and cashless societies and sovereign accounts and peasant accounts with your money and what you can do and what you can have and you can't own anything and all these different things we keep hearing about with the Great Reset, the WEF and all these different things. Well, if you follow these steps and enough people follow them, that is going to push against all of those agendas in such a convincing way that they won't be able to be implemented. Okay, it just requires enough people to listen, enough people to take the steps necessary to push back against things that are not helping our well-being. What do we want most in the world? We want to be well. We want to be well. Most people just want to be happy. Most people just want to get along with life. And I do thoroughly believe that most people in this world are good people. We can get misguided. We can sort of go down various paths and stuff like that that's maybe not the best for us, maybe not the best for our community or our society or the world as a whole. Not that most of us affect the world as a whole, but really we do, don't we? Because billions of people consent every day to the agendas of the few and the mighty. But we perceive them as mighty and it's all an illusion. It's a trick. It's a ruse to make you not believe that you have enough within yourself to push back against all of these things. So believe me, I'm here to say, you be the change. You be what you want to see. You do the things as the way you think it should be done. You encourage your friends and family to do that. We all talk amongst ourselves. We come together in communities, in subcultures that develop into major macro cultures. We come together as one. Don't worry, is this person transgender? Is that person gender non-binary? Is that person a heterosexual white male? Is that person something else? Don't think of all of these things. All of these things have been introduced to divide us from each other. All these ideas and concepts have been brought in to divide us from each other, to see each other as an enemy, us and them. But who is us and who is them? Essentially, we are all us and we are all them. Ultimately, everybody's playing a part in the world, global and otherwise, to be what they want to see in the world. It just so happens that for some of us, some of the plans and desires do not work out well for us. So what would work out well for us? Well, we want fair societies. We want justice. You know, we want to be able to live freely with each other, loving and caring, kindness, sharing. We want to be able to do all of these things. Okay, we don't want to be confined into a social credit score where, you know, our carbon footprint's being tracked whilst the people tracking us take multiple flights, you know, per month here and there and hither and thither, spewing lots of carbon into the atmosphere whilst we're being persecuted for using a plastic straw. Don't use the plastic straw. I've got a metal straw. Here it is. It clinks a lot when you're in the car, which is annoying, but you get used to that. But there are simple things that we can all do to make the world a better place and to stop kind of like a negative input into the world, like a negative footprint into the world. But it requires that everybody plays to the same rules, which is clearly not the case. Some people are playing by a certain set of rules where the latitude they've got is quite wide and they can sort of be and do anything they want but pontificate to you that you have to be this and you have to be do that. You have to tighten your belt. You have to be and do all of these things. It's all up to you. Well, I tell you what, I've done a lot of research and basically everyday people contribute to quite a massive amount of waste in the world, polluting, landfill, all that kind of stuff, blowing off, going into waterways and things like that. You know, but major corporations also, massive footprint in the world with all of the pollution they send up into the air that gets rained down into the soils and pollutes everything that we have, all of our food, all of our nourishment. So it really takes a cooperation between all of these things to get the balance right. But who's going to keep who accountable? Well, we're being made accountable in so many ways, and so much more is going to happen on that level if the WEF and places like that get their way. But they need to be kept accountable as well. Everybody needs to be kept accountable. We don't want to poison the world. We don't want to poison our food, our water, our soil. You know, there's so many beautiful things that we can do to improve the world. So why not do them? Don't worry. Don't worry if you're doing something you think, oh, I don't like this idea, but you're doing something that actually goes along with it because that's what you personally believe in is a good thing to do. Keep doing that good thing. Keep doing that good thing, okay? We'll all move on nicely. But what you have to realize is you one person, you are the world. You are the world. You are me, I am you, we are everybody. And if everybody takes a stance, everybody stands up and says, okay, we're going to make a change. As I say, look at Reignited Democracy Australia to get some sort of tips on this about what you can do to preserve things and to push, mainly to push back on certain things, okay? So that's a starting point wherever you are in the world, okay? But I will say with that link, there are certain things that are pertaining to Australia, and not only Australia. I'm in New South Wales, to Victoria in particular, which is a southern state of New South Wales for those who don't live in Australia. So just remember, you are the world, you have the power. Don't let anyone make you believe that you don't have the power, because you are the power. We are the power. Everyone collectively, from Bill Gates to Elon Musk to Mark Zuckerberg to Pope Francis to you and to me. We are the very world we live in. And the world indeed is a reflection of the sum total of all of our decisions and behaviours. So if we want that to change, we want to have a better world, we want to increase the well-being of all, enjoy ourselves, work less, relax more, share time with family and friends, then we can be the change we want to be. I'm Rachel, and that's just saying.